Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of SCEP Live Online, a production of University of Hawaii Presents, based at the University of Hawaii at Manoa Outreach College. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Hawaii State Foundation of Culture and the Arts, the National Endowment for the Arts, the University of Hawaii, and Kauanoa Senior Services. We're excited to have you join us this week, and we'd love to stay in touch. So give us your comments and questions through today's chat window and let us know what you are thinking. Also, if you send your email to csinfo@hawaii.edu, you'll get notices about the upcoming programs. We're excited to have with us today Sun Hui. Sun Hui was a 2018 Nahoku Hoku Hanu Hanu Award winner. She has studied the Erhu, or Chinese fiddle, since she was 6, winning major performance awards, including Outstanding Artist Award at the 2004 Taiwan National Erhu Competition. Her musical artistry led to invitations to perform at prestigious music venues and collaborate with composers and musicians from diverse musical backgrounds, including Western classical, Chinese, and world music. She holds a PhD in ethnomusicology from Ohio State University and has lived here in Hawaii since 2016. She has also developed an interest in interpreting Hawaiian music on the Erhu, together with other musicians here on Oahu. So, without further ado, let's welcome to SCEP Live Online, Sun Hui.
Aloha, I'm Sun Hui. And thank you, Tim, for such good introduction. I haven't heard about myself for a really long time, so it's really nice to hear and see everyone. Actually, I cannot see you, but I know you are all there. So today, I want to introduce you this instrument, which I have been dealing with for maybe about over 30 years now. This instrument is called Erhu. It looks like this. This is how it's spelled. And so in Chinese, it's 2 characters. So the first character is this. So this means 2. And it indicates this instrument has 2 strings. So only 2 strings. And I think that's enough. I know many of my friends playing 6-string instruments. I just never know how to deal with that many. And then the second character is this. This word is pronounced as hu. So this character indicate. This character means in Chinese means barbarian actually, or means something from foreign cultures. And so these instruments probably is from somewhere outside of China. So many people will tell you this is actually not a Chinese instrument. But anyway, so because this is not a Chinese instrument, or maybe not originated in China, so we don't know too many history, and we don't know too much information about this instrument. And because this instrument was also considered as a folk instrument, or in other words, this character indicate it is a barbarian instrument. So there's really not much about information about this instrument. We don't know when it arrived in China. We don't know how it arrived, or anything. We actually don't know too much. So what are we doing today? We are going to talk about these instruments from maybe about 100 years ago to now, because anything before 100 years ago, I really don't know what to say. Okay, so I'm going to play the very first song. It is called 空山鸟语, and the title means the birds singing in the mountain. So if I give you a pop quiz now, I used to be a professor, if I give you a pop quiz now, how old is this song? I say 100, 200, 1,000, 2,000. Well, you should know the answer must be 100 because we don't know anything about this instrument too long ago. Okay. All right. So this is the first song for you, 空山鸟语, the birds singing in the mountain. Okay, I see a lot of messages coming up, so nothing about me. Okay, good. So this is the first time I perform, live on the how do you call it, the YouTube live. First, nice thing to try, but very difficult. And I'm so glad that I have the whole team. The UH has a really good team to work the everything for me, the audio and the video, so you can all enjoy from your living room, from my living room and your living room. Okay, so let's a little bit about this instrument. So you probably couldn't see very well, but this is the instrument. It covered with the snake skin, and you can see the two strings. What is very interesting about this two string is the bow is always in between two strings. So that means, yeah, the bow is always stuck in between the two strings. I don't usually take it out. The only way to take out the bow is to break the string. Then I can take it out. Sometimes I have to do it if I need to change a new bow. Yes, so I will take the string out and then so I can change the bow. So that means we don't usually change the bow very often. Yeah. And this mechanism is very special and unique in the world. You don't see the ball in between two strings very often. And that also means, so I can only play one string at a time. I cannot play two strings at the same time. So no double strings. It's always just one sound. That's it. Okay. Very, very rare occasion. I might play the double strings by using this part, which is bamboo. Use the bamboo to scratch the outer string. Then I can create the two sound. But that's not very often. Okay. Uh, yeah. So this instrument. Another thing about this instrument is, so there is no fingerboard, there's no fret. That means if you know a little bit about instruments, then you know it's very difficult to control the pitch without a fingerboard and fret. Yeah. Because it really depends on my ear, and my ear will tell what I hear will tell me where to put my fingers on, and then also how much I press the string. Yeah, because I don't have the fingerboard. So the more I press, the higher pitch it gets. So if you ask me where do I put my finger to get a certain pitch, that is not a good question for Erhu player, because I can put my fingers uh, different location for the same pitch. Yeah. Okay. So before the very first Erhu song in early 1900, Erhu was already popular in the folklore, in the folk setting for probably about a few hundred years. Again, I don't know how many years. So what did Erhu play? The Erhu, they would usually would play something that was written for either ensemble or for other instruments, and then the Erhu players, they would just use those melodies and then play on this instrument. So next, I'm going to play a very a Chinese song, folk songs. You probably will hear during the Chinese New Year in the Chinatown a lot. Okay, so this song is called 花好月圆. It means flower good, beautiful, round, moon. Means everything is good. Okay, or good luck. Okay. Okay. Next song I want to play. I'm just going to play a section of that because the song is so long. And by the way, this song is on my YouTube. So if you are interested in the full version of this song and accompanied by an orchestra, you can go to my YouTube and enjoy it. This song is called 二泉映月. It's it means the two spring waters with beautiful moon during the full moon time. So I've been playing three songs, and probably you already noticed that all or a lot of Chinese music, actually yes, most Chinese music or Chinese art, very often reflect to the nature. Yeah, so you will see a lot. Song titles is about nature, about the moon, about the water, about people, humans sometimes, or animals. Yeah, and that's very very typical Chinese thinking of art. In especially back to 2,000 years ago, the philosophers always talk about the nature and human should always unite together. We are not separate from the nature. We are part of the nature. And human is not better than the nature. Actually, we are together with the nature. So a lot of Chinese art and music kind of echo this idea a lot. Okay, so 二泉音乐。Right. Okay. This is probably one of the most popular Chinese songs. Uh, if you know, I mean, one of the popular Erhu songs. If you know Erhu, this instrument, then everyone want to hear this song. So this song was composed in about 1950s by a string musician. Some people say he's a string musician, and he was blind, and so that was his imagination of the moon and the beautiful sceneries in that area. Really, really pretty and lovely, beautiful song. Okay, so that was in 1950s. Now let's move to 1960s. So there was a song really popular, and even now a lot of people loves it. It's, oh my gosh, what is it called? Butterfly Lover. Yes, Butterfly Lover. 梁山伯与祝英台. and the song was composed original for violin, but then it was before the Cultural Revolution, and then a lot of people want to play that song on Erhu, and then it became really popular for Erhu players to play this song too. I'm going to play just the main melody, which is very short for you. It's a concerto. So obviously I cannot play it now because I need a orchestra to back up for me. And then also, just by the way, so my friend and I, we recorded this song together with the jazz style. Really, really cool. So this is his album, and I'm part of this, and I have this song in his album. Okay, yeah, so this is the theme of the song. If you know Chinese music, this is the song you must know. Okay, and then so 1960s and then it's 1970s is start the Cultural Revolution. It was a crazy era for China, and they want to get rid of all the traditional art, and but there's still something you can play. All musicians can play. So, for example, the next song I'm going to play, actually, similar song I'm going to play, is called "Saima," horse racing. Because this song is so encouraging people, it's faster, and so it's not it encouraged the Chinese people to get forward. So this song was actually really, really popular during that time in the 1960s and 1980s. Okay. Okay, and this song is also recorded in this album with Wade Kemper from what is his team? Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hawaii style band. Oh my gosh. Forgive me, Wade. I love you, but I just forgot your name. Yeah, but yeah. So we recorded that song in this album, and with a lot country styles. So I even put a little bit country style fiddle in this version as well. Right now we are looking for a location and a horse to film the MV. So if you have a horse and willing to be in my MV, please let me know. Yeah, I need a horse. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So that was that was such an adventure to work with Wade, and that album is really cool with a lot modern American songs. Okay, and then the next so that was in 80s, and then so start from 1990s. Erhu still have a lot of compositions, but um, not um, but not as many as during the 1950s and 60s. And then a lot of Erhu players, including myself, starting playing songs from Western countries for many reasons. Because China just got out of Cultural Revolution, and they want to embrace the world. And for me, I grew up in Taiwan, and I was raised in Taiwan, uh, educated in Taiwan. So Taiwan was crazy about Western cultures. So like my dad, he really loved uh, Elvis Presley's song. So it was about 2 months ago, because due to the pandemic, I couldn't go back to Taiwan. So I told my dad, yeah, I recorded that song for you, and I even made a music video for him, and he just loved it. So this is uh, Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. Okay, so I recorded this song with Bobby Igano, the steel player. Uncle Bobby is just so good. He was able to make my Erhu sound even better. And we have Pierre Grill on piano too. So that's also on my YouTube. Make sure you check it out. Also, yeah, so if you like my music, you can find my music videos on YouTube, subscribe, and share with your friends. Okay. The very last song, I think our time is up. And so I want to play the last song for you. So yesterday was the Memorial Day, and I went to the Punch Bowl. I just live around here, so we had a walk there. It's I want to say, yeah. So being in this country and have so many good experience, and we knowing that a lot of people are serving for us, that's really um, really I feel really good about this country. And yeah, so I moved to Hawaii about 5 years ago. I have been on green card for about 5 years ago. For about 5 years, and I just sent out my application for a U.S. citizen, and hopefully, yes, please, I will get the U.S. citizen in maybe 1 month or 2 months. Yeah, I want to play this song for the ending, and also for the Memorial Day. Okay, thank you very much. And here again
Thank you,
is
Sun
my
Hui.
website. Hopefully you can check it out. And if you have any questions, can I take some?
Well, we did have, thank you so much. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And you have one fan who said they'd never heard Elvis's song done on Erhu like that. So. One person was asking if they could see like the strings and some different parts of the instrument up closer to the camera. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure. Is that close enough?
So that's the snake skin on the,
Yes.
is it on the back and the front?
I don't know. This front, back. I don't know which side is the front, but side maybe.
It's just the snake skin covering is just that side?
Yeah, just
Oh,
one
okay.
side. This side is hollow. Nothing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And the strings, can you show them the strings? Lower it down a little bit. Oh, I see. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Perfect. What are the strings made of?
Used to be silk, but now it's steel strings. And the reason is because, after 20th century, China want to learn everything from the Western countries. So to playing faster songs, play higher pitch become a known, and everybody want to shoot for that. So in order to play faster and higher pitch, it has to be steel string. You cannot use silk string anymore. And that was the reason why it's no more silk strings. I myself play once on the silk string. I like the sound, but I'm trained this way. So I don't know how to play.
So it's a totally different feel for the
Right.
instrument from the silk versus the steel strings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You seem to play a lot with other musicians and with orchestras and so forth. Do you prefer the solo versus the orchestra or the larger ensemble, or which is your preference?
Okay, yeah. So speaking of the history, this instrument never play alone.
Okay.
Usually it's with other people unless it's pandemic. I'm in the living room and then I have to do this. Then it's
Then
alone.
you have no choice.
Right, but otherwise, this instrument is always with other people. I guess it's the same like a violin. I mean, you hardly see any violinists that play on their own. Usually, there's an accompanist for any melodic instrument. Yeah. So I've been playing with many other musicians. So I play with Wei, Cameron, I told you, and I also have this album, which is with Jeff Peterson and Greg Sardina. They are
And
great.
which you played with as a group on our Skip live online concert a couple of months ago.
Yeah, that was.
And if people want to catch that, they can go to our YouTube channel. It's still up on the YouTube channel. You can see a wonderful performance by the three of them.
Yes.
Across the sea.
And yeah, thank you very much for that, because my dad was forced to quarantine, and so I forced him to watch that. Yeah, so it was good, something to entertain him.
There you go. Are you versatile on any other stringed instruments, or is Erhu your primary one?
No, only when no one else can play anything, then I might say, oh yeah, I can play ukulele and I can play guitar. But when I'm in front of Jeff, I say, no, I play this.
Oh, that's fabulous. You were tuning it up for us before we started streaming. Is there a particular tuning style, or do you have different tunings? Or do different people tune it different ways?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I wish we have more time to go through that next time. But so Erhu didn't really have its tuning set. It can be anything, but then start from early 20th century, early 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
So when the westernization started, the idea start. So the Erhu start tuning D and A. And why is D and A? Because the middle two strings of violin is D and A. So that's how the Erhu got a D and A. Since then, Erhu always tune it into D and A. But before that, from what we know, again, we don't know too much about the instrument, but from what we know, Erhu didn't really have the standard pitch until then.
Oh, okay. Well, this has been a wonderful. We're so glad you could join us this morning, and it's been a fabulous, both from a performance side as well as from learning a bit about the instrument and the culture that surrounded it. So I can't thank you enough. I also want to thank our sponsors once again: the National Endowment for the Arts, the Hawaii State Foundation on Culture and the Arts, the University of Hawaii, and Kainoa Senior Services. And you, our audiences, who keep coming back and making this possible for all of us. Now, we have a kind of a special program this Thursday. I want to let everybody know, and Friday. On Thursday at 6:30, kind of a different time for us in the evening, we have Professor Daniel Harris McCoy, who is having a month-long series every Thursday, starting this week, Thursday. He is doing a series on classics. So you don't want to miss that. Let me see real quick here. I can tell you this Thursday, we have, what is his title for this Thursday? It is, there it is. The Classics Come to Life. Well, that's for the whole series, but you'll enjoy it. He's a professor of classics here at the university, and he'll be talking about different aspects of the classics every week, every Thursday at 6:30. And on Friday, we have Abe Lagrimas Jr., the band playing.
I just performed with him. He's awesome.
He is. He's a fabulous musician.
Yeah.
And he'll be performing with a band on Friday from Orvis Auditorium at 7 p.m. as part of our concert series from Orvis, and we'll be streaming that out. So we hope to see a lot of you back. But once again, Sun Hui, thank you so much for being with us today. It was absolutely fabulous, and can't thank you enough. And we hope to have you back again sometime soon.
Thank you.
So everyone stay safe and aloha.
Thank you. Bye.